Join with me in consciousness as we enter into stillness, into the love of Spirit, into a state of loving kindness, into the awareness of the One. Close your eyes. Sit comfortably with your feet flat on the floor and your spine straight. Take a moment now to relax your whole body. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. And another deep breath in and let it go. Keep your eyes closed throughout the whole visualization and bring your awareness inward. Without straining or concentrating, just relax and gently follow the instructions. Take a deep breath in and breathe out, focusing on receiving loving kindness. Keep your eyes closed and think of a person close to you who loves you very much. It could be someone from the past or the present, someone still in life or who has passed. It could be a spiritual teacher or guide. Imagine that person standing on your right side, sending you their love. That person is sending you wishes for safety, for your well-being and happiness. Feel the warm wishes and love coming from that person towards you. Now bring to mind the same person or another person who cherishes you deeply. Imagine that person standing to your left side, sending you wishes for your wellness, for your health, and happiness. Feel the kindness and warmth coming to you from that person. Now imagine that you are surrounded on all sides by all the people who you love and have loved you. Picture all your friends and loved ones surrounding you. They are standing, sending you wishes for your happiness, well-being, and health. Bask in the warm wishes and love coming from all sides. You are filled and overflowing with warmth and love. I invite you now to use your imagination in sending loving kindness to loved ones. Now bring your awareness back to the person standing on your right side. Begin to send the love that you feel back to that person. Send all your love and warm wishes to that person. And silently in your mind, repeat the following phrases. May you live with ease. May you be happy. May you be free from pain. Now focus your awareness on the person standing on your left side. Begin to direct the love within you to that person. Send all your love and warmth to that person. For that person and you are alike. Just like you, that person wishes to have a good life and to be happy. So in your mind, repeat the following phrases silently. Just as I wish to, may you be safe. May you be healthy. May you live with ease and happiness. Now picture another person that you love. Perhaps a relative or a friend. This person, like you, wishes to have a happy life. Send love and warm wishes to that person. Now repeat the following phrases silently in your mind. May your life be filled with happiness, health, and well-being. Now let's send loving kindness to acquaintances. Think of an acquaintance, someone you don't know very well, and towards whom you do not have any particular feeling. You and this person are alike, and in your wish to have a good life, send all your wishes for well-being to that person. And say these words silently in your mind. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from all pain. Now take the time now to send loving kindness to all living beings. Expand your awareness and picture the whole globe in front of you. Send warm wishes to all living beings on the globe who, like you, want to be happy. Just as I wish to, may you live with ease, happiness, and good health. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. And another deep breath in and let it go. Notice the state of your mind and how you feel after this meditation. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. And another deep breath in and let it go. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes and say, "And so it is."
Okay. So it's down there? Okay. Welcome to Unity Online. I'm Reverend Anna Hokangas, and I'm here with Emilio Zaras today for another message, spiritual tools, and some ideas for you to take into this week to hopefully empower your life. And now for one of my favorite songs and our theme song for the month, A Million Dreams by Pink and Emilio Zaras.
Close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. See, I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. A vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. We may be right, we may be wrong, but I wanna bring you along to the world I see, to the world we close our eyes to see, we close our eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me away. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
And now, in alignment with today's topic, which is Say Their Names, a really fabulous song by Floyd Lula and Emilio Zaris, In the Name of Love. Hope you enjoy it.
In the name of love, with a heart of grace, overflowing us, decorate this place. As it is below, so it is above. May we always stand in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song all as one, in the name of love. In the name of love, may we always be seeking out the best till we all are free, living in a world we've been dreaming of, where we stand as one in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song all as one, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love, in the name of love, in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song all as one, in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song all as one, in the name of love. May we always be seeking out the best, in the name of love, in the name of love. Living in a world we've been dreaming of, in the name of love, 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 in the name, in the name of love, in the name of love. All as one, we'll sing this song, in the name of love.
In the name of love. Join with me in consciousness as I speak in the I, remembering there is only one divine essence that permeates all things seen and unseen. It is the universe, the creator. Sometimes I just call it friend, my beloved, for it resides at the center of who I am. I am love, and as I remember in the name of love, I am guided and prompted and move in the direction of loving and being love. I am in the flow. Grateful for knowing this is true as I set my intention on being in the name of love. I let go and I let it be so. Please join with me in affirming, and so it is. For There Is Only Love by Karen Drucker.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, I would go inside and quiet my mind, and I'd hear Spirit say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only there is only love.
Today's absolute word is change. I use my divine nature to safely guide my way through change. Change is the hallmark of the relative world in which I live. I too can change. Change is an essential element of my spiritual journey. However, my core and foundation is my never-changing, utterly dependable divine nature. I use my divine nature to make the choices that effectively move me forward. If negative ways of thinking and feeling appear or reappear, I can always change. In faith, I boldly step forward. Change allows for new and better choices. No need to resist it or forcefully seek it out. I relax and trust my innate divinity, my gold standard to which I compare my relative life and choices. I experience it as an inner urge to be and do better. So this year, 2021, is the year of looking up and beyond circumstances to the truth of our being And this month, we're focusing on Holy, Holy, the Holy, Holy Way. Today, I'd like to look at say yes, saying their names, and saying yes when you say their names. What does the idea of a name mean to you? I know I contemplated that this week. And I thought about all the names that I've had up to this point. I started out as a only Finnish-speaking girl to an immigrant family who had just moved to Canada. And the Finnish pronunciation of my name was Eni, or Anne. And the child name was Eni. So I was Eni until I went to school, until I was 7 years old and went to grade 1. And then there were 3 Anns in the class. And so I became Ann A, which was my last name, Ahokangas. And the other 2 Anns were Ann H and Ann K. And I dropped the E off my name at that point because I didn't want to be like those other 2 Anns. I wanted my own identity. And then it's interesting, it was years later that someone referred to me as Eni. And I thought, yeah, that was me at one time. And it reminded me that that person knew me when I was a child and when I was living a very different life. So I invite you to think about, has your name changed or your idea of your name changed as life has progressed? I remember in my early 40s, I decided to write a children's book called The Adventures of Velvet. I Am Who I Am. And when I went to put the author name on the cover, it felt really important to reclaim the E in Anne again, because I had dropped the E so many years before. It felt more complete, and so the author name on all of my books is even including my middle name, which I was so embarrassed about for so many years. Maybe some of you have a middle name that you've never even uttered because you just don't like it. Or maybe you use your middle name. I know that there are stories in the Bible like Saul became Paul when he was, I guess, enlightened. And what does enlightened mean? That he started to see the world through a spiritual lens. And so he was no longer Saul. He was now Paul. And so as you have progressed through life, has your name changed or the idea of your name changed? And think about even in getting married. Now for men, this isn't the case in this country where you take on your husband's name. But women often do, and today it's your choice. I remember the first time I got married, my name was so long, it wouldn't even fit onto government forms. It was Anne Margit Ahokangas Lahnalampi. And I was watching a YouTube video of he was a black-skinned man, and I don't know where he was from, but his name was really long. And the fellow who was talking to him kept saying, "Could you say your name again?" And he would go on for about 2 minutes with what his name was and said, "Well, isn't that easy enough? Like, can't you say it?" And then I started thinking, my name was no different. If you were to say to me, what is your name? Anne Margit Ahokangas. And then at that time, Lahnalampi, now Armstrong. You might also say, "Whoa," that's just so long. I remember not really thinking about the identity of my name until I thought, well, when I divorced, thought I have to reclaim my old name. And it became Anne Margit Ahokangas, and I have used that ever since. Now recently, I've become ordained for almost the second time. It's about to happen in a month or so. And so I will be Reverend Anne Margit Ahokangas. And that kind of feels important to me too, that, everybody knows I'm a Rev now, and how we really resonate with it. And so I'd like to kind of look at that in a playful way, but also from the standpoint of, in religion, In spirituality, you've often heard, let's pray in the name and the nature of. And what does that mean? How do you pray in the name of or in the nature of? So let's explore that a little further. I rise up and lead. I am someone's answered prayer. Can you say that about yourself? I rise up and lead. I am someone's answered prayer. Just you getting up every day and just being who you are and identifying with that which you call yourself is someone's answered prayer, whether you know it or not. So let's look at the many names of God, and then let's look at the founders' names of the Unity movement, for instance, and other spiritual movements, and then let's take a look at the ancestors and you. So let's begin with the many names of God. So as a spiritual practice, one way to enrich your spiritual life is to try out some of the names other people and religions have given to the divine. I know that when we were taught to pray, first when I studied Unity in the beginning, and then religious science, and then have come back to Unity, the first step in prayer is to recognize that God is all there is, and that I am one with it. And to go into that silence, into that awareness, into that stillness of recognizing what that means. And ultimately, I guess what I'm trying to tell you to think about is that is being in the name and nature of. And so when you can embody the concept of the divine, whatever that is for you, that you then have opened the portal to every possible fabulous possibility that life has to offer. And know that God is even in the lowest points, in the blame, in the shame, in the fear. And that if you can, in that time, in that place, be able to think about the allness, about the divinity, about the fullness, about the love that also exists, that it can transform and lift you up from that place that you may be. God is in it all, even in the low points. So the Muslims have 99 names or attributes for the Holy One. So I would invite you now to just sit back, and I'm going to read out the 99. And I'd like you to close your eyes if that's comfortable. And think about each of these names as you hear them, and see if any one of them, if all of them, or if some of them resonate with you and allow you to go to that place of your divinity. So let's begin by taking a deep breath. Oh, and just let out all of the whirling thoughts. Close your eyes and just get centered for a moment. Get centered in your heart center. And know that that's where you are fully connected to Spirit. As I speak these names, the all-compassionate, the all-merciful, the absolute ruler, the pure one, the source of peace, the inspirer of faith, the guardian, the victorious, the compeller, the greatest, the creator, the maker of order, the shaper of beauty, the forgiving, the subduer, the giver of all, the sustainer, the opener, the knower of all, the constrictor, the reliever, the abaser, the exalter, the bestower of honors, the humiliator, the hearer of all, the seer of all, the judge, the just, the subtle one, the all-aware, the forbearing, the magnificent, the forgiving, the hider of faults, the rewarder of thankfulness, the highest, the greatest, the preserver, the nourisher, the accounter, the mighty, the generous, the watchful one, the responder to prayer, the all-comprehending, the perfectly wise, the loving one, the majestic one, the resurrector, the witness, the truth, the trustee, the possessor of all strength, the forceful one, the governor, the praised one, the appraiser, the originator, the restorer, the giver of life, the taker of life, the ever-living one, the self-existing one, the finder, the glorious, the only one, the one, the satisfier of all needs, the all-powerful, the creator of all power, the expediter, the delayer, the first, the last, the magnificent one, the hidden one, the protecting friend, the supreme one, the doer of good, the guide to repentance, the avenger, the forgiver, the clement, the owner of all, the Lord of majesty and bounty, the equitable one, the gatherer, the rich one, the enricher, the preventer of harm, the creator of harmful, the creator of good, the light, the guide, the originator, the everlasting one, the inheritor of all, the righteous teacher, the patient one. And perhaps there were some names there that didn't resonate at all. And perhaps there are some that were missing, knowing that these are the 99 names or attributes for God from the Muslims. So what are your names for God? And take a moment now to just take another deep breath. And just let it out. Knowing that whatever you choose to call God, even if you don't name it, it's all good. And it's perfect for you. And that may change as your life changes. Emma Curtis Hopkins, from Scientific Christian Mental Practice, from page 12, says, "In my name preach the gospel. In my name heal the sick. If a man keep my sayings, he will never see death." What name was that which Jesus Christ used, which had such omnipotent energy that even when it was spoken, it would heal, and heal the sick and raise the dead. The name is within every mind. And whatever name you choose to call it, it exists within you. I know I was doing research on in the name of, and I remember in my early studies, we were talking about the different faith traditions, and the Jewish people actually do not use the word God. Even if it's typewritten, they don't spell the entire word completely. They put a G, maybe a star, and then D. And it's basically the idea that it can't be encompassed in a name, because it is so much more. The infinite cannot be named, but it can be experienced, and the awareness of it can be experienced. And also, I'd like to look at this idea of our founders' names and the founders' names of the different spiritual traditions, and perhaps even people in our lives. But let's begin with the founders. Unity as a spiritual teaching honors and recognizes the contributions of those who have come before, those who have contributed to the teaching. Basically, the unity teachings and all of New Thought came from a compilation of the wisdom from the Bible, different sacred texts, different sacred teachings, and different masters. And so today we talk about the Unity co-founders, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, for instance, because when we say their name, it brings into our consciousness all that went before them and all that they studied. And as we assimilate it, it goes out into the world renewed and refreshed, and exactly the way it needs to be for those who are looking for the answers today. So this is from Jesus Christ Heals, which was written by Charles Fillmore. Quite a few truth students ask why we emphasize Jesus Christ so strongly in our teachings and statements of truth. Spiritual psychology proves that the name of a great teacher carries his mind potency, and that wherever his name is repeated, silently or audibly, his attributes become manifest. Jesus Christ knew this and commanded his disciples to go forth in his name. And that's a little bit like when we say, if you can imagine any other person on earth that has accomplished something that you would like to accomplish, that you too can. And so what you are doing in that moment is you are being in the name and nature of that individual. And so the same for Jesus Christ. He was the great way shower of all that that we are capable of and more. And he even said so. He said that all these things that I do, you can do and more. And so I invite you to think about who it is that you honor and who it is that you believe is your way shower. And know that that is something that stirs up the possibilities for you. To express health, harmony, success, and abundance, ask in his name. That is, from the spiritual consciousness and not from the limitations of your human consciousness. So is there something in your life that you can think about in his name or in its name that might bring about an expansion of your consciousness? As you remember your divinity, you will think, speak, and act from that place. Claim your inheritance of good in his name, therefore making your claim in the name of the I am that is in you. Oh, so just take a moment and say, I am. I am that. I am that. Because you are. Let's recognize and celebrate the masters by teaching about them, by speaking their names into the room, and by consciously identifying the interconnection of them to us and us to them. So what names come to your mind? Emilio, what names come to your mind? I caught him off guard.
Yeah.
He was lost in thought.
Well, I've had spiritual teachers in the past. I studied with a Buddhist monk from Thailand,
Okay.
and he was revered. His name was Longpa Viryang Sirintaro.
Wow.
Yep. And so what I learned from his meditation teachings has helped me tremendously in my life. As well, there was the masters, of course, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
First. And
I think of your favorite song, One Power,
One Power.
and it refers to a number of names, Muhammad, Baha'u'llah,
Baha'u'llah, yeah.
and there was a number of them. Do you remember what they were?
Hashem, Heaven's Door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that each one of them either resonates or doesn't, depending, right, on what you believe or what you know about that name.
Right. Well, and even like the idea of universe, one mind, one consciousness itself.
Yes.
Is God.
Yes. Source.
Source.
Absolute.
Source, absolute.
Yeah.
So many names and not limited to anyone. Yeah.
Well, and they say that the people that we admire in our life and the attributes that they have are basically who we are as well. And so when we look at someone like Jesus or someone like Buddha or someone like Muhammad and we admire their attributes, all that is doing is mirroring what is already within you. So the name Jesus, or Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, the co-founders of Unity, or Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science, or Buddha, Krishna, Muhammad, and you can probably think of a whole lot of others. Maybe there's even people in your life, and we'll get to that in a moment. So let's actively seek and speak the names of those who have been less honored over the years, namely the BIPOC, which is Black Indigenous People of Color, or the LGBTQIA2+ individuals and others whose contributions are vital. So let's just take a moment of silence to think about the individuals who are rising up and raising the consciousness through these organizations and others. As we experience the oneness with all of humanity. And now let's take a look at ancestors and you. This week also provides the powerful opportunity to honor and recognize, celebrate, and bless those who have made their transition. Is there someone who no longer is here that really resonated with your heart and continues to, who really molded your life and inspired you, who perhaps even believed in you more than you believed in yourself? Maybe they were difficult to be around because they were constantly pushing you to be bigger and better and grander and more of that which you are when you weren't willing to, too afraid to, or too shy to. Take a moment. And who comes to mind? I'm going to ask Emilio too, and I'm saying this in advance so he's not caught off guard again. So, is there anyone you'd like to share about that you think about that really influenced your life, that really supported you in a way that was more than even you felt that you could support yourself, that really was influential, that you'd like to share?
Yes, my meditation teacher was a very big influence. He came when I was at the worst point of my my health crisis, should I say. Yes, so, the meditation really helped me to raise my consciousness and to understanding myself, my journey, and my choices for a better life.
So what was it about that person and their interaction with you that had you trust or believe?
I felt I was given the tools to use in my life that was powerful. It was what I needed at that moment.
Okay.
And his belief in me to teach his. I became a teacher, one of his teachers for other students coming up. So I learned the course, I learned his teachings, and then I was given the opportunity to teach, which was a great privilege. And I thought, me? You want me to teach? So that in itself, that trust, that empowered me to trust in myself and to trust in the teachings, to be able to overcome and just show up and get the job done. Right?
Well, you really are a walking example of living spiritual principles, and it really shows. I'm sure that you'll agree with me. So who was in your life? Who is in your life, perhaps, who has influenced you in that way? And maybe there's more than one. But know that even the negative teachers, the seeming negative teachers, brought us gifts. And they may not have been something that you thought about in that way. But all of life is an opportunity. What was it that we said earlier about life supporting us? What was that statement that we had a great conversation when we were beginning our recording, and it was that life is always supporting us.
Oh, yes. Life is happening for me, right? So what... and then Reverend Randy mentioned, if you've arrived when, you can say, how is this experience supporting me?
Right. So are you at that stage of the game in life where you can say to every situation that shows up, how is this situation, how is this person supporting me? No matter what it looks like. Because that's the invitation on this spiritual journey. So how about saying this with me, perhaps silently, if they resonate with you, these statements? Today I commit to honoring those upon whose shoulders I stand. I commit to honoring those who are my ancestors, be they family, spiritual tradition, community, or another form of legacy. And let's just take a 5-minute meditation here. So close your eyes and just follow my guidance. I honor their names and their impact on my life. I commit to taking the necessary action in my personal life, my spiritual community, and the community where I live to rise up and demonstrate a new level of presence and creative action that ripples out from where I am and what I do. I honor the individuals that shaped and continue to shape my life. I remember and contemplate the ways this occurs. I notice those whose life is affected by me and how I am impacting their lives. And gently bring your attention back to the room. I had so many visions of people's faces in my mind as I went through that meditation. People who bring joy to my life, people who I'm excited to spend time with and be with, that really make my life fantastic. And I invite you to know that there is even more that supports you, and that is the entire universe. It is saying yes to you all of the time. And so what is it saying yes to? Yes to being the love, to being supported, to being worthy? Or yes to your fears and your shame and your discouragement? Because it says yes to all of it. It's there all the time. And it patiently waits for you to say, show me, through me, how I might rise above if I'm not feeling so great. And it also brings to you even more of that which you focus on. And if you're focusing on what you're grateful for, you get even more of that. So in the name and nature of love, in the name and nature of gratitude, in the name and nature of whatever name you choose to call Spirit, Source, the Absolute, it shows up for you in your life. So we looked at the many names of God, and I certainly did not encompass all of them. And some of them were from the Muslim tradition. We looked at our founders' names and honor those that have come before us, that have done all of the studying before us and proven to themselves that this spiritual path is worth walking, giving us the encouragement to walk the spiritual path too. And knowing that you are an accumulation, a compilation of all of your ancestors. You are perfect just the way that you are. You are a blessing. And you are influencing someone's life in a positive way, somehow, some way. I know that to be true, because you are magnificent. Now let's anchor this message with this song, God's Name, by Daniel Nahmod and Emilio Zaras.
It makes me cry for all of the anger I see. So many souls believe in the lie. Hatred is all they convey. So I take the chance to offer my prayer, to whisper the truth. And I believe today is the day that my message gets through. That we are all children of the God of love. We are all meant to be instruments of peace. There's no us or them for a friend. We are all the same. There is only one, 'cause everyone is born in God's name. Woo! So the question becomes, where do we start? How do we heal so much pain? The answer is clear. We open our hearts and let love wash away every stain. 'Cause peace in our time begins with a smile, with one open hand. And when we teach by example, the world is sure to understand. children of the God of love. We are all meant to be instruments of peace. There's no us or them for a friend. We are all the same. There is only one, 'cause everyone is born God's name. Sometimes it seems so useless to try, too futile to dream. But remember, the power of creation lies in what we believe. 'Cause we are all children of the God of love. We are all meant to be instruments of peace. There's no us or them for a friend. We are all the same. There is only one, 'cause everyone is born of God's name. God's name. God's name. God's name.
And where is God but right where you are, here and now? So join with me in this prosperity affirmation if that's comfortable. From the love of pure spirit in me, I bless all that I give. It goes forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith in the good in my life. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am prosperous. Count Your Blessings is our next song by Richard McDeesey and Emilio Zaris.
When upon life's billows you are tempest-tossed, when you feel discouraged, thinking all is lost, count your many blessings, name them one by one, and it will amaze you what the Lord has done. Oh, count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. When your life seems empty, it is so untrue. There's a mighty presence there inside of you. Miracles take place wherever you may be, proving that God's love is with you constantly. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. Ooh, yeah. So amid the conflict whether great or small. Do not be discouraged, God is over all. Count your many blessings, every doubt will fly, and you will be singing as the day goes by. Sing, oh, count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. Just count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God done. Just count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. There shall be showers of blessings. Oh, yeah.
Nice. And our closing prayer. Join with me in consciousness. The infinite mind of God fills my consciousness with all I need to live a full and happy life. I follow the guidance. I am peaceful. I release all fear. I am living love. And so it is. And if you have prayer requests, please go to our website and send them to us. And our final song, Name It, Claim It, by Aaron McGawkin and Emilio Zaris.
Well, I name it and I claim it, and then I see it everywhere. Yes, I name it and I claim it, and then I see it everywhere. Well, I name love and I claim love, and then I see it everywhere. Yes, I name love and I claim love, and then I see it everywhere. 'Cause it's a mine, 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 the endless and everlasting love of God divine. Oh, I name it and I claim it, and then I see it everywhere. Oh, I name it and I claim it, and then I see it everywhere. 'Cause it's a mine, 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 the endless and everlasting love of the divine. So I name it and I claim it, and then I see it everywhere. Yes, I name it and I claim it, and then I see it everywhere. Oh yes, I see it everywhere. Yes, I see it everywhere.
I see it everywhere. That was a great song. Yes. Thank you, everyone, for joining us again. And remember, we're requesting your song requests for our messages. And so if you find some that you just love the lyrics and the cadence, we'll take a look and see if they fit into some of the topics that we're talking about. Emilio's nodding because he loves learning and doing new songs, so please send them to us. And please donate what you can. We really appreciate receiving your donations. It allows for us to get this message out there to as many people as possible. And I invite you, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. And also we have podcasts on iTunes. You can go there to Unity Spiritual Center, spelt the Canadian way. Or share this on Facebook or with your friends. There is a button just below. And if you want to, in the comments below this video, you can put your song suggestions. We'll see them there. Thanks so much. Have a great week, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.